What's up guys? Okay, welcome back. So the next 4 decks are going to be revealed here in Group D. Again, like always, feel free to leave feedback, since as you know the deck lists are not set. They can still change. Like always, feel free to leave feedback if you know a better player, a better deck list from like a regionals, YCS, Shonen Jump, European Championship, or World Championship qualifier, or Worlds. Like always, feel free to leave it down below. So the next 4 decks, the first one here has already been featured, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the previous editions of the Cross-Banlist Cup series. It's one of the few hero variants here in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. It's Masked slash Totally Awesome Heroes, or Totally Heroes, Awesome Heroes, however you want to call it. But main focus here of the deck, or main key cards, as in, you know, good old school cards, being Northern and Triple Instant Fusion. Hero Lifts, of course, let's not forget Hero List, Triple Hero List. Immediately having access to Shadow Mist, Tin Goldfish definitely opens up some Northern plays featuring Instant Fusion. And of course, Triple Pot of Desires, couple of back rows, but I mean the deck is so disgusting, right? Especially pre-Master Rule 4, immediately putting up both Totally Awesome and Dark Law, both on the field at the same time, is just disgusting. So again, like always, feel free to leave feedback about this list. The second list, quite interesting. It's again one of those lists that, or at least one of those archetypes slash decks that has been featured already in the Cross-Banlist Cup series. I believe it's one of those staple decks, I guess, or archetypes, I have to say, being windups. Windups, and especially this list, you know, contains one of the best and most powerful 2-card combinations ever in this game, being Windup Shark and Windup Magician, leading into a full board, full Exceed board, featuring one of the best Exceeds ever made, being Shockmaster. Number 16 Shockmaster, calling, let's say, spells and completely blocking your opponent out of the duel. Very similar to what, you know, the most or best decks in today's formats. At least their goals are same strategy, although different cards. So again, Windups Shocklock from back in 2012. Like always, feel free to leave feedback. The third list again quite interesting. It's an archetype slash deck that definitely has some history in this game's history, but again there are a couple of ways of running the deck. But at its peak back in 2014, Yugioh, again they had a couple of options to well, you know, play this deck at top tier status. I believe the version from Yugioh I used previously on the previous series of the Cross-Banlist Cup is, I believe, a pure version, a pure build of Yugioh. More slower build. This, however, is a Karakuri based version. This should be a first place deck list, if I'm not mistaken. Triple Soul Charge as well, maybe it makes the deck somewhat faster, especially if you open with something like Yugioh Arsenal and Soul Charge, having access to triple Yugioh gear, double Maxi, triple Teleport, not to forget to immediately start going synchro or synchroing up and special summoning multiple big beat sticks on the field to potentially go for the OTK. So again, like always, feel free to leave your opinion. Another list, if I'm not mistaken, this should indeed be the last list, is a deck that already has been featured in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but to my surprise, it actually got a lot of votes. It's quite of an old school list, well, old school deck slash archetypes, but they got more support back in 2015 with their new trap card, Blaze Accelerator Reload. It definitely gave this deck a huge boost to put it at top tier status back then. Quite of a nostalgic list, especially for me, but Rockets or, well, you know, Volcanics is, can I call it an anti-meta deck? I think so. A lot of trap cards, and of course a grindy deck as well, having access to Volcanic Shell, Volcanic Scattershot, Lavalva Chain, and Daigusto Emerald in the extra deck. One of the best Exceeds ever printed, right? But very interesting list, maybe somewhat of an underdog here in the group, but again, let's see how this deck is going to perform in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup series. So again, like always, feel free to leave feedback about or on this particular list. So that's pretty much it for Group D. Stay tuned for the next lists. Yeah, they'll indeed be revealed tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.